The ripple effect of the biggest threat to Turkey's democracy in decades is still being felt. A state of emergency is in effect following the country's attempted coup on July 15th. An investigation into those responsible has led to the arrests of thousands of people suspected of having ties to the Gulen organization. And Turkey has not got the response it had hoped for from some of its closest allies. The US and other Western countries were quick to criticize Ankara for the sprawling purge, its targets including members of the military, judges, and teachers.
In the aftermath of this, they need to remain true to the democratic ideals that they hold dear.
Ankara has expressed anger at a perceived lack of support from Washington, saying US criticism of the crackdown in Turkey has dwarfed its criticism of the attempted coup itself.
Bunda Amerika'nın birebir olduğunu biliyorum. Amerika'nın, İsrail'in ve
tüm dünyadaki olan oyunların ardında hepsi onlar var. Başarırlarsa sevinecekler, başaramazlarsa biz seçilmiş hükümetin yanındayız.
Yani niye vermiyorlar, niye himaye ediyorlar? Hani orada yaşaması bunun apaçık bir göstergesi değil mi sizce?
The diplomatic rift that has opened between the US and Turkey has centered around the extradition of Fethullah Gulen. The self-exiled Muslim cleric and businessman who lives in the US state of Pennsylvania is accused of being the head of a parallel state in Turkey, thought to have orchestrated the coup attempt.
Er veya geç, Amerika Birleşik Devletleri de bir tercih yapacaktır. Ya Türkiye, ya FETÖ.
The US has called on Turkey to provide evidence, something President Recep Tayyip Erdogan says Turkey has in abundance.
85 koli dosya gitti.
Beyond the US refusal to extradite Gulen are suspicions the CIA was behind the coup plot. Even for a top diplomat, it's a difficult task. US Vice President Joe Biden, the first high-ranking American official to visit Turkey since the coup attempt, is in Ankara to try and restore friendly relations.
I'm here today to express in no uncertain terms the continuing, unwavering support of the United States for Turkey in the wake of last month's attempted coup.
There's much at stake with the two NATO allies engaged in Syria's war. Turkey has now launched a ground offensive for the first time into northern Syria to retake the only Daesh-held city that lies on its border. And the US-led coalition is dependent on Turkey's Incirlik air base to launch its ongoing air offensive against Daesh. While the US supports YPG militants, which they see as the most effective force in Syria against Daesh, Ankara says the Kurdish group is the Syrian wing of the terror group, the PKK, responsible for a 30-year insurgency in Turkey, fighting for an independent Kurdish state. And there are questions in Turkey about what the US may be promising the militants in exchange for their efforts against Daesh. But beyond mutual goals and competing interests in Syria lies a more immediate issue, finding common ground on Turkey's public enemy number one. Randolph Nogel, The Newsmakers.